is our last talk of the day. Thank you so much for staying this late. Lastly, we're going to invite Blockworks to talk to us about the Solana Lightspeed IR dashboard that we just launched last month. And this is you can think of it as a one-stop shop for anything on-chain data related to Solana, the ecosystem, our own token, the network. It's pretty much the earnings call data that Wall Street sends to you every quarter. We have it live every day, updated by Blockworks. So if you guys can stay for 5 more minutes, let's enjoy the talk from Mark.
Thank you. Everybody who's left here, kudos to you all. So I'm here to talk about Blockworks Investor Relations Program. It's a platform, basically, as you just alluded to, for institutions to get more credibility and more access to information about different protocols on the Solana ecosystem. So we announced this in Abu Dhabi Breakpoint in December, just a few months ago. And for you all who got those tickets, it was a great event, so lucky you all. It's going to be in London this year, so even better. And it was announced in December last year. It went live February 17th, so not even a month ago. And already on the platform, the user base, the AUM of the user base is $300 billion. And if we're only looking at crypto native platforms, it's half of that, roughly $160 billion. So it's vitally important. But before I touch too much into the investor relation platform, I want to talk about how we got here. So in 2017, we're calling this the bootstrap era. So for those of us who are around, this is like the ICO phase. This is when you're trying to, you know, any person with a white paper and a dream can raise money from around the world. And it was largely retail driven. And while they're hoping for a return on investment, they're also hoping that they don't invest in vaporware or get scammed or even worse. So obviously this was untouchable by institutional investors. And the next cycle, we're looking at like 2020, we are calling this the scaling phase. This is when things started to mature a little bit. We actually, you know, DeFi emerged in the summer of 2020. We started to get product market fit. Some protocols were even generating revenue. So it was kind of like the teenage phase for crypto. But still, again, it was mostly retail driven. Now we're in 2026. This is the institutional era. This is the year that this platform was launched. And you know, now on Solana network, we have billions of dollars of stablecoins being issued, billions of dollars of off-chain assets being tokenized. We have sustainable volume, sustainable activity on-chain. And you know, we're starting to see pensions, sovereign wealth funds, asset managers, family offices starting to invest. But there's still an issue. The data that these institutions use for their platform, it's inconsistent, it's inaccurate. You have to go to a variety of different places to find it. And this is what Lightspeed aims to address. It's trying to bridge this gap between what institutional investors need and the data that's out there right now. So I'm going to just touch very briefly on the investor relations platform. I think there's 3 main points. Number 1 is the data. So I talked about inconsistent and inaccurate data. Like Blockworks is known for its accurate data. A lot goes into the back end, from the indexing to the curation, to work with the protocol teams, to actually looking at event logs on chain. A lot of stuff that I don't even know about that the data team is excellent at handling. And that's why we're so trusted in this space. The second thing with the IR platform is our institutional grade research. Specifically for Solana, every single month we put out a note about what's happening in the Solana ecosystem. We're talking about Solana's REV, the stablecoin supply, the DEX volume, the perp market. I could go on and on. And then lastly, the platform also curates news. So any news outlet, whether it's crypto native or whether it's the Wall Street Journal, if it mentions Solana or Sol ticker, it's all curated and aggregated into this platform, as well as events such as this one here that we're all at. And so any investor looking at Solana, interested in Solana, is at the pulse of what's going on real time. And another aspect of it is it's not just Solana alone, even though Solana has a lot of itself. There's the tokenomics, there's the SIMDs that are coming out every month to improve the protocol, but it's also the entire ecosystem. We're looking at the protocols like Orca, Radium, Pump, HiveNet, all the ones that maybe some of us here use on a weekly basis. We have our roadmap intends to cover about 45 companies of significance, is what we call them. And we're looking at the lending sector, real world assets, tokenization. It encompasses the entire ecosystem of Solana. And the last point I'm going to touch on here is kind of like the distribution. So I did mention the Solana monthly note that comes out, but there's also quarterly notes for specific protocols like Radium and Helium. For instance, Helium was the last one that we just published, and we have a variety of distribution channels, but they're also distributed through the Bloomberg terminal, for instance, to get that more institutional interface and eyeballs on top of it. So all the 350,000 plus Bloomberg users around the world are all going to see Helium's quarterly note on their feed when they look up digital assets or Solana or whatever ticker. If you use a Bloomberg terminal, you have to type in the little tickers and keywords to get it. So this is the kind of distribution that we're talking about. So just in a short period of time, we've amassed a user base of 300 billion, and that's conservative because we count a lot of them as no EUM. And as somebody who's coming from a buy side, sell side, and investment banking in the IR space, this is something that brought me into the Blockworks platform, even through their data when I joined into the space and left my TradFi rags behind to come here. So this is open to all. You can just scan the QR code. Obviously, it's going to be vetted, but if you're a family office, asset manager, hedge fund, I implore you to please go to lightspeed.vip, get access, and this is the command center, not only for protocols, but also for institutions to connect. So thank you. That's my time there. Enjoy the rest of the evening.